I'm your girl KaylaDelores, and you're tuned in to KaylaDelores TV. Y'all, this is the first video of 2024. I'm so excited, so happy to be back. I kind of been on a little hiatus when it comes to YouTube, honestly and truly, but I'm back and I'm really kind of doing something different here in 2024. I really want to focus my YouTube on helping you all, especially for the girls who are starting in their hair care line or who are starting a business and who just want to know more about me as a person. I feel like last year I kind of touched on a lot of different topics on my channel, so this year I really want to hone in and focus on the content that you all enjoy. So I did go through my analytics and really looked at the videos that performed well, and I want to cater more to those. So with that being said, I wanted to start off 2024 fresh, just fresh. So this video is going to be how to start your hair care line in 2024, my top 5 tips. So if you want to know how to start, we're starting this year. We're not waiting, we're not delaying this any longer. This is your year, girl, so keep watching. And this year I also want to start something different where I give you all the scripture of the day or the scripture of the video. So today's scripture is going to be coming from Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 and 6. I'm sure you all know this scripture. It's a well-known scripture, so I thought it was the perfect way to start it off in our series here. So it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. We know that scripture. We love that scripture. This book is my prayer journal. It is on my Amazon storefront if you all are interested in it. But it has scriptures every single day where we'll be reading our scriptures of the day for each video. Without further ado, let's hop into the top 5 things. I wrote notes. Number 1 I have here is, what is your why? I feel like there are so many businesses being birthed with no why. Or if you have a why, you really haven't sat in it to understand and to really think about it. You just know you want to do it, but you haven't really figured out your why. And I do feel like if you know your why, when times get hard in your business, that's what's going to keep you consistent. For instance, right now I have to work on my consistency with my business. Like, my new year started in February. You all are going to see this in March, but I took away from social media for like this whole month of February where I'm recording this right now, to really pour out into my content, to really focus on the back end of my business, and really to get myself together for 2024, because I started off 2024 kind of just like in a daze, if you will. So right now it's actually February and I'm not on social media. I'm just working in the back end so we can have a prosperous March. But along with it, what I was saying is, ask yourself, what is your why? Why are you wanting to start this hair care brand? I would do a self-reflection, consider your values, and reflect on what impact you are trying to provide. I really go deep in this on my ebook as well, in my ebook. So I just wanted to tap into that here for the number 1 reason. Like, what is your why? Are you looking for financial freedom? Are you looking for time to spend with your family? Why are you starting this business? What's the reason? That's number 1. Number 2, this is where you're gonna get into the hair care part. What problem will your hair care line solve? So with the business, you already know that there's a problem and your business is going to solve whatever that problem is. So for your hair care line, what problem are you solving? What hair issue that you see or that you might have had, that you see other women have or other men have or other children have, that you're going to solve? For instance, for my hair care line, Grandma's Hands Hair Care, it was growth. I felt like I was not taking care of my hair like my grandmother did, like my mother did. My hair was not where it once was. It wasn't growing. It was brittle. It was dry. It just wasn't in a good state. My business, my problem is, if you're struggling with growing out your hair, Grandma's Hands Hair Care is for you. So my question to you is, what problem would your hair care line solve? So for instance, I have some examples here. Is it for dry and brittle hair? Is it for growth? Do you have the best curly cluster on the market that's gonna make my curls pop? That's gonna make my curls last and not frizzy? Like, what problem is your hair care line solving? And I'm sure this will probably be an easy answer, because if you're starting a hair care line, I'm sure that you've either had trial and error on your hair, or on your children's hair, or family member hair, and you're like, okay, this works and it needs to be in the market. So now you just want to write that down and say, this is what this is the problem that my hair care line is going to solve. So that's number 2, which is pretty straightforward. Number 3, number 3 is a big one, y'all. Number 3 is huge, because this is your business. Like, this is your raw materials to make your products. So number 3, I have sourcing inventory. Where will you be getting your raw materials from? Where will you be getting them from? Making sure that they're cost efficient so that you can profit in your business. And I'm gonna make a whole video on how to price your products for profit. Because I really don't feel like a lot of people know that. When I have my one-on-one calls with you all, a lot of you ask, how do you know if my price is right? Like, how, okay, like, you'll just throw out a number, not you, but some people will just throw out, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make my hair growth oil $15. Okay, so why is it $15? Did you like do your back end to see how much it costs to make this product? And now are you timesing it for your labor, because you're the one that's mixed, if you're doing this. So for me, I mix my oils at my house by myself. I'm doing literally all of the labor, so I have to pay myself for my labor. Okay, your bottles, are you thinking of the cost for one, your actual bottle, the raw materials, so your oils, the labels, your packaging? Is all of that in your price? And now on top of that, you're making a profit? Or are you breaking even? Or are you not even breaking even to the point where you're going in a negative? I feel like a lot of people need a little bit more knowledge on how to price products, and it definitely is difficult for a hair care line or a line where you're making products. For instance, like, say if you're a vendor and you're selling clothes. Okay, you bought your clothes for, say if you bought a t-shirt for $2 and you're selling the t-shirt for $8. Okay, well, you know you bought it for $2, so you got to sell it for $8. So you know you're getting some profit there. You're getting your $2 plus profit. But when it comes to hair care lines, it's a lot more that goes into it. It's how much product are you using to make, or how much raw material are you using to make this product? And now, not only that for the product itself, but okay, the labels, the bottles, your labor, because you have to pay yourself, you're working. So there's a lot that goes into pricing your product, but there's even more that goes into sourcing your inventory to make sure that you're getting the best deal when sourcing those products. I talk about that in the ebook too. I actually but I'm gonna do a video on it going deeper in detail. Maybe I'll even have like a little whiteboard and kind of like going through it, because I think that's something that a lot of new businesses need to know. Instead of trying to get it the easy way, like just, okay, I see this product or I see this raw material, research and see what is the best for your cost based off how you're trying to market your brand. Are you a luxury brand? Are you marketing, like, who is your target audience? And that can really help with sourcing your inventory and pricing your products. For instance, if you're a hair care line, let's just say Mael rosemary oil, I believe it's like $8. But then if you go into what's that other brand? I think it's like Miracle Drops or something like that. I believe that hair drop, those what is it? It's another hair growth oil. I think it's like Miracle Drops or something like that. They're same 2-ounce bottle, but theirs is 25. They're targeting a different audience than what Mael is targeting. So that's a lot to think about too. I also go in my ebook and tell you all where I get my raw materials from. I love them. I've been working with them since I started my company. I actually reached out to them to see if we could maybe do a brand deal in the future, to see, and I can kind of talk to you all about why I like them, but I want a sponsorship to talk about them because I've sent them so many customers from my ebook that yeah. But if you want to know, it's in the ebook, so you can still know without me even doing a video. But that's number 3. I kind of was long-winded with that, but sourcing your inventory. I have here, where will you get your raw materials from? Oh, I also said I recommend starting small. So yes, when you're getting your raw materials, I feel like this does happen a lot with maybe not so much our hair care or skincare, because our products is like bulky, so it's not like you could get so much unless you have like a, you know, a lot of space. For me, I do not have a lot of space, and we're going to talk about that later on the channel. We'll be going to, I need more space in 2024, 2025. Your girl is running out of space. But I talked about starting small. You don't want to have so much inventory where it's now sitting, especially your raw materials. You want to be mixing that stuff and really getting it out to the customer. So I said here, I recommend starting small. I started with 100 bottles. Like, yes, I did start with 100 bottles. I had space for that. I wanted to make sure that I could get those 100 bottles out before I started buying more product. So I recommend starting small. You kind of got to go by you. So what is starting small to you? It's starting small 50 bottles. It's starting small 200 bottles. It's starting small 25 bottles, like the 25 pack from Amazon, just to, you know, get it out to the people. I recommend starting small. Unless you literally have a large audience that is waiting for that product, start small. It'll help with your cost and your back end as well. Number 5. Oh wait, we're on number 4. Yeah, we're still on number 4. No, we on number 3. We did source and inventory, so now we're on number 4. We did number 3. We're on number 4. See, I have so much notes here that I done wrote. But number 4, this may be overwhelming, because I can't lie, when I first started my hair care line, I was a little overwhelmed. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing so much in the business, like hands-on, that sitting here writing this out, I just feel like it was just overwhelming. But you have to do it to have a successful business. And what I have here is create a business plan. Create a business plan. I have notes here. I said, remember, you're just starting. Give yourself grace. You will not have all of the answers. You may not even know what to write just yet. But start. I go deep in detail. And there are so many YouTube videos. If you don't know nothing about a business plan, there are so many YouTube videos where they literally break it down, how to write a business plan, your executive summary, your SWOT analysis. They go into detail. Maybe I can link some in the description box. I can link some in the description box below, but there's so many resources for you to write your business plan. There even are templates where you can kind of just fill in, where you don't have to write it from scratch. I did write mine from scratch because I really wanted it to be detailed. And take your time. It isn't something that you have to sit and do in 20 minutes. You can say, okay, this day I'm working on my executive summary. Okay, this day I'm working on my SWOT analysis. Okay, this day I'm working on, you don't have to make it all in one day, but I do recommend before launching to at least have something written on paper. At least have some goals that you do want to hit or try to hit within your business before actually putting it out to the world. So I said, yeah, I said, you may not know what to write, but just start. So even if it's just like, you know, this is what I'm starting with, this is what I want my business to grow to, this is how I'm going to implement it, you know, just something on paper to hold yourself accountable, and so that you can look back on it when you're progressing in your business. Number 5, y'all, and this is the end of the video because I kind of just wanted our first video for 2024 to be light and just kind of to get our feet wet, because we are doing the things this year. Like, we're doing the things this year, girl. But I have just start. just start. Me, when I started Grandma's Hands Hair Care, y'all, I had talked about starting this hair care line 2 years before I finally launched. 2 years. When I sit down and I think about what if 2 years ago, like those 2 years where I was just talking, what if I actually was implementing and putting some action behind my words, where would my business be today? Instead of right now, I've only had my business for over a year. I launched July of 2022. What if I launched in 2020 when so many people were buying everything because everybody was at home with you know what, and businesses were booming, but I was just too nervous because I said the market was so saturated. Meanwhile, my friends are like, well, just mix me some. If you're not gonna sell it, just mix me some, because I see your hair is flourishing. If you don't want to launch a business, mix me some. And it's just amazing how I finally just did it, but I did it 2 years late, which is also, you know, I am spiritual, and I do feel like God times everything correctly, you know, so I'm not mad at myself, but you know, that's just something that I'm saying. If you feel that urge and you feel that push from Jesus to start that business, then start it, because I felt like I felt that urge, but I was just fearful, you know. So I have here, just start. It does not have to be perfect. Pray and ask God to guide you through this business. Make him your CEO. That's it, y'all. That's it. 5 things to do before you launch your business in 2024, before you launch your hair care line in 2024, before both of our bottles sitting in Target together, girl. Okay, like, this is your year, this is our year. I'm just really excited to kind of go deeper into talking about business with y'all, talking about the ups and the downs, talking about the days where I'm just feeling, you know, just having the feelings, and then of course talking about the days where we're having great success. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in starting a hair care line, learning about business, just knowing me as I continue to grow on my platform, planning a wedding in the midst of all of this, y'all. I have a wedding date, getting married in April 2025. So on top of running a business, on top of my corporate job, I'm planning a wedding too. So there's a lot going on in my life, and I would love for you all to be on the journey with me here in this new year. I hope that you are doing well. I hope you started off this year well, and I will see y'all in my next video. If you have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, just put it in the comment section below. And of course, if you want more detail, if you want, you know, just to kind of read what I was talking about, because a lot of the things I talked about in the video are on my ebook, that will be in the description box below as well. So if you use the code YouTube, I'll make a little link so you can get some money off too. So yes, I'll see y'all in my next one, y'all.